Again, we keep saying we thought we'd heard it all, but here to respond, Doug Collins, ranking member of the House Judiciary Committee. Congressman, Democrats didn't seem to care when Obama was droning individuals, citizens abroad, including Americans. Didn't ask for permission, didn't ask for consultation. It just happened. What's different?
Nothing's different except it's Obama's president. Now, Mr. Trump is president, actually doing something that actually helps our country. You know, what's offensive is Ro Khanna. Let's just be honest here. Every time he opens his mouth, it's not helpful to the America. It's not helpful to anything. They just came off an impeachment issue in the House. And I think what's actually happening here is Nancy Pelosi is sitting here saying, oh, my God, this was so bad. This was actually worse than I thought it was, but I had to do it to appease my left. And now let me just hold it out here and play political. If I was one of her 31 members who are in Trump districts, and after she went up and had, you know, got real solemn and said, this is our duty and our solemn sworn.
Prayerful.
Prayerful. Let's really, it's our duty. And it's a conscience vote. And then within an hour, you go out and use it as a political toy. Look, Nancy Pelosi has, you know, she has no credibility, and Ro Khanna has less than her. So
Cory Booker, one of the many Democrats speaking out about a supposed violation of the War Powers Act by the president in dealing with Soleimani. Watch.
It is dangerous now to allow the president of the United States to grow in war powers, undermining those checks and balances, because you may have a sober, deliberative president like President Obama, but the next one can be an impulsive, capricious, unstrategic thinker like President Trump.
Wow. I mean, for sole and deliberative, this is the President Obama who sat in the White House and allowed basically drones to attack anything that he wanted to and got complete immunity from the left, complete immunity from the Democrats. And now you have a president who took out a general who had blood on his hands. You know, it was just been asked for. What do we say to, you know, somebody was talking about, what do we say to these troops having to go over there? What do we say, you know, as was said by my friend Mike Wallace, what do we say to those Gold Star families? What do we say to those who have been maimed? What do we say to those who Soleimani did to our country? And when we had a chance to take him out, the president acted in a very realist term, as you said earlier, and we did it in a purpose. Here's the problem. The War Powers Act is not covered under that. This is the president taking a self-defense action for our country, taking it directly to our enemy, taking it directly to someone who previous administrations had said was a terrorist and was committing terrorist acts. He was not even supposed to be out of Iran. Now, think about this. Under the old agreement, he was not even supposed to be traveling around like he was.
Well, Iran was also boasting that it was gradually eroding any thought of really abiding by this ridiculous Iran nuclear deal. Over the summer, they continued to talk, well, we're not going to be doing this, we're not going to be doing this. So we couldn't trust them, never could, despite Obama's, you know, idealistic, naive approach.
Yeah, Laura, you just told me something amazing, that they actually attempted to keep this up. They never attempted to keep it up. The moment after it was signed, they were still traveling. Soleimani was traveling. They were still testing their weapons. They were still running the centrifuges. This was simply an appeasement by the Obama administration. The president had to clean it up. In this instance, he did. And what we got also to think about now is Iraq is being run by Iran. This is what we have to understand.
Should we pull out of Iraq?
I think we've got a small footprint there, what we talked about earlier, to do exactly what we need to do. We don't need to be sending troops back in. What we need to do is be able to make sure...
But he's sending more troops over there.
Well, I think he's sending them in there to be cautious. Again, what amazed me, when you had the Democrats saying, oh, we have no plan for this. The president has a plan for this. He understands that there's going to be attack. Again, what they don't like is here's a president being a president. This is what they've not seen in 8 years. They saw an appeasing president. They saw a president who drew red lines in the sand and said, oh, we might do this, but didn't do it. President Obama made promises he didn't keep. President Trump makes promises he keeps.
Okay, prediction. Will Nancy Pelosi send those articles of impeachment this week to the Senate?
I hope so. I think it's time to stop playing with this country. It's time to stop playing with the voters of this country. It's time to start playing in the destruction of democracy that they did in the House of Representatives. They broke every rule to get here. It's now time. If you have such a strong case, then Adam Schiff, I think what they need to find is go back to the Wizard of Oz. They need to go find a wizard and find some courage. They need to find heart, because they've lost it completely. If they have a case, then make their case. If not, shut up.
Yeah, dismiss this thing, get it on for the country's sake. Congressman, great to see you.
Good to see you as well.